This is Her Last Hope, a Rachel Gift mystery series, Book 3, written by Blake Pierce, narrated by Mary Sarah. Chapter 1. To think just the month before, Maria Ramirez's biggest worry was that she could not find a large enough pair of soccer cleats for her son. It had seemed like such a massive worry, making sure she had those dumb shoes before tryouts started. Her entire world had rotated around the search for those shoes for about 3 days. As she walked out of the hospital and toward the dark parking lot, the amount of stress that endless search for cleats had caused seemed almost comical. Things had changed quite a bit since then, and it had helped her to reprioritize things that were important. Cleats, soccer, anything leisurely or fun. What was the point to any of it now? Of course, she'd have to paint it in a totally different light for her 2 kids. She figured they'd understand it. They were just old enough to truly understand what her recent batch of bad news would mean for them. With the news she'd just received, things were going to look different. There would be some very hard conversations with the kids and their father. Maria and her ex-husband hadn't talked about anything for more than 5 minutes over the last 3 years, but they were going to have to now. She felt the hospital looming behind her, almost like a haunted house in a badly made horror movie. The news she'd received inside had not been hopeful. It had been downright awful, actually. But she was choosing not to let it eat away at her. She was choosing to try to use it as a way to connect with her kids, to show them that life wasn't all about soccer cleats or getting a new Xbox because the old one overheated and broke. She pulled out her phone, wanting to call Teddy, her son, to tell him to take some chicken out of the freezer. She had no idea what she'd make for dinner tonight, but she needed to get her mind on daily routine things. Maybe over dinner she'd tell them. It would be difficult, and there would be some hard conversations over the next few days, but it needed to be done. Thinking of the frozen chicken as she neared her car, she chuckled nervously. To hell with that. Maria figured, given the news she'd just received, she could take 1 night off from cooking. Besides, the kids had been asking for Chinese takeout for 2 weeks now. Maybe she'd treat them to soften the blow of what needed to be discussed. Her cell phone glowed in the night as she stopped by her car, Googling the phone number of their favorite Chinese place. Before pressing the call button, she tried to remember that weirdly named dish her son liked. Mushu? Some kind of pork.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?